Welcome back, guys, to episode 3 of the Tale of Regions with Koblenz. The transfer window is shut, so we got some business to talk you through. I'll just show it right away. We got rid of some dead wood here. Cassie actually went for a fee. He was complaining about first team football all season long. He is pretty decent, but yeah, he's inconsistent, low determination. There just wasn't a spot in the team for him, which is already overflown with central attacking midfielders. So that's why we got rid of him. Then these 3 guys were just never gonna be anything useful, as you can see. So we got rid of the wages because our finances actually, they're getting worse every minute. It's not good, even though the board still offers me 30k to use for transfers, and I still have like 5k a month left in the wage budget. I decided to cut it back a little with the free sales of the reserve players, because if you look at the projection here, we're actually it's gonna be 1 million at the end of this season, and that 2 million at the end of next season. So it is vital that we secure promotion this season, just to get the extra cash in. Now for the matches that we played. I played 5 matches off camera. First of which was against TSV Dachau. It was quite an interesting game. I don't think it was that bad. We were the better side, which is really the tale of the entire season so far. There's not been a single match in which we weren't the better side. But I'll just show you their first goal, which made it 0-1 to them. It was interesting, to say the least. Let's check it out. So at this point, you might be wondering what my goalkeeper is doing in the final third. Well, apparently he was the best free kick taker on the entire pitch. So he took a free kick from around here, it was caught by the defense, and this happens. Yeah. Well, I really can't blame the keeper. It was a bit my fault, because I did set him as favorable free kick taker. Not anymore. The rest of the game was kind of dull, actually. It was an own goal in the 88th minute that saved a point for us. Then the next match against Vulking was really disappointing. This was a match in which the stats say we were in it, but we never really were. I think I had like 3 highlights in our favor, one of which was a penalty actually, so we probably didn't deserve anything out of this game, and if we had to lose one of those matches of the season so far, it was probably that one, so it was a fair result. Then against Reutlingen, as you can see, Reutlingen are still right up there, so this was a really important match. We actually beat them 3-2 at home. It was an 82nd and a 91st minute goal. Usta with the goal. I thought it was deflected. I can just check. I thought it was a corner as well. Oh, it was a cross. And oh, it's actually quite a nice header. Alright, well that made it 3-2 to us. To save the 3 points and really make sure we don't lose contact with, well, mainly Roland Beckham, because they have not lost a single game all season long. Then we had a match against Condor. We were way better. We scored 3 goals in a space of 7 minutes, and the game was dead after that. And then we played Bogen, which are down, all the way down in the table. I believe they only won 1 match so far the entire season. Yeah, 1 match the entire season long. So the 4-0 at home was not entirely surprising, even though it was a very nice result, with Dietrich scoring a brace. So for this match we are playing Altona, who are in 7th, so it's a bit of a sub-top clash, even though I like to call myself absolute top in this division, but we still have to prove that. For the tactic at this match, I actually changed the second striker to an advanced forward from a defensive forward after the loss that we had, and well, it came good for us. I'm also training Dietrich. He's playing out of position at the moment, but if you can see here, I'm training him as an advanced forward, and he has the stats for it. Look at his pace, his balance, his work rate even, his dribbling is quite good. I'm training his finishing, so hopefully he can develop in a good advanced forward. Now, you may recognize, you may not recognize some names that are in the side. That is because I got 2 loanees in. And that's because I really thought the central defender space was weak in our side. So I got this guy, Fatih Teranoglu, from das Erste Heidenheim. He looks like a decent defender, like 9 marking, 12 jumping reach, 12 tackling. It's just really good for this level. And to play next to him, I have loaned Eduard Kunert from Magdeburg, who's also a very good central defender. 11-12, 11-12. Nice stats for this division, very nice stats. So we're gonna go with them as our central defender couple. That also frees a space for Usta, who had to play as a central defender because we didn't have anyone that was actually good in that spot. We can play him as a ball-winning midfielder now. And if you just quickly check, he has absolutely everything you want in a ball-winning midfielder. So I'm really hoping his adaptability stat is high. So, like, I'm hoping in a January window he can almost play there. But I'm just gonna play him, even if he doesn't perform, I'm gonna start playing him there just to get him to know the ball-winning midfielder role. As for the rest of the team, there's not really any surprises in the starting 11 for the match against Altona. Maybe Ebert on the bank, he didn't really perform in the last few games. He only scored 4 goals in his 12 matches. And if you compare that with the rest of the side, like Ukrov, he's marvelous. He's actually brilliant. You can see here 8 goals and 7 assists in 8 games and 2 appearances off the bench. Is absolutely perfect. So this is the team that we're gonna go with today. I also changed our standard to attacking, just to get forward a bit more, because we were creating chances but we weren't finishing them. So I have work ball into the box on and attacking, so that kind of cancels each other out. And the rest has stayed mainly the same. Right then, I will see you at the match. Here we go, guys, the match against Altona. I'd really like Roland to slip up in this weekend, just to close the gap, because we've been on 5 points forever. But there's Dietrich and his shot is blocked. It was a really nice through pass from, let's just quickly check, because it was a nice ball. It was Ramik actually, not someone who you expect to play the through passes, but alright. Ball with the corner, and it's another corner, which is just gonna extend this highlight even more. Well, nothing will happen in it. And another corner, of course. This makes for some quality YouTube content, I'm sure. I'm sure the views will plummet. Oh, I didn't really go for plummet. I went to skyrocket, but alright, all the same. Finally that one is over. We can start on the actual match now. Yellow card for Kuhner already is not ideal. Kuhner, of course, the loan signing that we've made. But it seems we're on the attack here. Demmer, Akufo ball. Back into Demmer. It's a bit scrappy from us. It's unlike us, really. And through balls played into Dienen. And a rebound, and it's blocked. Great defensive work by, I think it's Rennick again, number 12. Ramik, yeah. Nice defensive work from him. He's really upped his game, because at the start of the season he was quite awful. But he's really upped his game. It's pleasing to see. Now this is another corner highlight that doesn't come to anything. Questionable tackle from Ramik, but we'll take it. Just end the highlight game, please. Have mercy. Or is actually something happening, maybe? We don't know. Akufo into ball. Seems like there is. Maybe for them? What a weird highlight. Albert's gonna play the cross into Keita and it's 1-1. 1-1. I wish it was 1-1. It's 1-0 to Altona. That's what I get for complaining about the highlights, I guess. It was really, really poorly defended by Demmer. And then Keita, well, it was a really, really powerful cross, so it's hard to get someone defending at the end of it. It's our corner though, ball into Kunert, into Taranoglu, and he just misses the post. It's a really good chance for us, and it's good to see Taranoglu coming at the end of it. Our new Loney signer, of course. There's a slight problem with the tactical familiarity of the two central defenders, but I'm sure it won't take too long, and Ukro equals the score, finally. It's his 9th goal of the season, and he didn't even start for us the first few games. He wasn't even with the club. It's really, really amazing how quickly he adapted to life at Koblenz. It's a really, really nice header at the near post. We're back in this game. It seems like Roland are winning, I'd say. I don't really like to have to lay the scores up at the beginning of the season. It just distracts me, and it's gonna be a penalty. I've seen a few penalties in the last game, but it's always disappointing to concede a penalty, and maybe Petrovic can stop it. He doesn't. He doesn't. It's 2-1 to Altona, and it's planning out to be a tough match for us. It's probably, yeah, it's a great penalty. I'm pretty sure even if we bought Neuer, he wouldn't stop it. We've not even been as much on top of this game as we were on others in the season. I'm actually gonna take off Kunert because he's looking nervous and is on a yellow card. I'm probably gonna play Binder. He's not been great so far, but we'll risk it. The attacking third is gonna stay pretty much the same. 11 shots in one half should be enough to pull this match over the line. We need 2 goals, and ideally we need them fast. Here we go again. This actually looks very promising. Demmer into Dietrich, and it is a goal right after the kickoff. Thomas Dietrich. Really, really nice goal from Mr. Consistent. He actually performs like every match. He doesn't drop below a 7 average rating. He just doesn't know what a 6.5 is. Really pleasing. Now we only need to score 1 goal and not concede. That can't be that difficult. Come on. Here we go. It's Binder. Petrovic plays it forward into Dietrich, who wins the header. Nice through ball to Altweg, and he hits the post. It was a really, really nice attack from us. Shame that Altweg hit the post. I'm actually gonna take off Bol and probably, yeah, I want to bring on Ebert. He's not been great, but his stats are great, so I'm giving him the chances. Oostan yellow card. Shouldn't be too much of a problem with 15 minutes left. They look to be on a counter-attack though. Denon with a nice ball to Grummet on the right hand side. It's looking trouble for us, and Altona also hit the post. It's been, to be fair, a really close match. It's probably the most close match we had the entire season. Even the loss that we had wasn't this close. And it's not entirely surprising, given that Altona were in 6th before the match, or 7th, can't remember. But maybe we have a highlight here. With only 10 minutes roughly to go. It's Keita for them, the goal scorer, into Treble. Just waiting them to slip up. They don't seem to. Maybe Keita here. Great dispossession by Usta. Everett can play it through into Akraf. Akraf shoots, and it's, well, he had to shoot there. He was under immense pressure, and it wasn't a bad shot, but it doesn't seem to be the highlight after all. It's Dietrich who brings forward. Akraf with a second shot, and now it's in. It's in for Akraf. It's its 10th of the season. Its 10th goal of the season. What an amazing signing he's proved to be. And he had, oh, what a stunning goal. Just a quick first touch, and then he rifles it in the bottom left corner. Amazing goal, but I'd rather have no highlights left, but it seems to be ours. Everett is sent through, surely Really nice finish by Everett. This game is done and dusted. I'm gonna bring off Uska because there's no point risking him at this point. I'm gonna switch to the counter attack. Yeah, really nice ball by Ukrov again. That's probably his 9th assist or something stupid. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. So let's quickly go to the counter attack. Sit slightly deeper probably. We don't need to do that. Don't close down as often. Slow the tempo just to get this one over the line. This could be a massive victory. As you can see, Reutlingen actually slipped up. So we move into 2nd place. A place that would be enough at the end of the season. Everett has a free kick and he scores it. It's 2-5. We've really run away with it at the end of this game. Also reflected in the stats actually, like 20 minutes ago, it was so close. Really nice free kick. And that's the game done and dusted. That's a really good result. Reutlingen did win. I quickly saw they did win, but a 2-5 win. I think we can be pleased, yeah. Alright, I will see you at the next match. Now I was just checking some things within the club just to see things, and I stumbled upon this. A loan debt, which I didn't notice before, of 210k, and what I found was that our stadium, the Oberwerth, which is quite a big stadium actually, you can see here, it holds 5,900, 9,500 people. We actually have to pay rent, which is 100k a year, which is quite hefty for us, I dare to say. So what I'm planning to do is when the season ends, hopefully we'll get a nice sum of money to up this thing and then convince the board to whether to buy the stadium or build a new, maybe slightly smaller one, because I don't see us actually selling a 9,000 seater stadium for every game. I guess I can check that. It's on the stats. I believe team detail maybe. I thought it was down there, yeah. Average attendance by capacity. You see we're in 19th with 14% of our capacity. That's just, it's unnecessary to be playing at this big of a ground at this stage of the club. So maybe we can do something there, but we'll see. So here we are for the games against Niendorfer. Am I gonna switch something up? I think I will. Everett needs to get his game, so I'm probably gonna switch out Ball, who wasn't that great last time out. I didn't mean to put in Wolf. Everett can go on. Wolf was our ball winning midfielder before Usta slotted in there. I hope he's happy to play as a rotation option, because long term Usta is gonna be the man for us who can play in that ball winning midfielder role. You can't really see now, but he's stunning, he really is. So I think we're gonna keep the team like this, because I want Dietrich to learn his position. I also want Altweg to learn the central midfielder position. So there's not really a motivation to switch that up. I guess I can give Binder a game, probably instead of Teranoglu. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. Now I'm really hoping that someone finally will slip up, because if you can see here, they've won 11 games each, Reutlingen and Roland Beckham, and one of those 3 games that they lost was against us. So I'm really hoping that finally they can drop some points now, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll need to win our match first, that's the most important thing. We'll play Roland in, I think, about 8 games. So we're looking forward to that. I'll surely live come that match. Here's Bromwich. We're playing in the blue this time out. Akufu into Ebert into Okro. It's a penalty, it's not a penalty. Alright, maybe a break for Niendorfer then. It's a break for Niendorfer. Benson was so free, but he needs to shoot from there, and it was a really tight angle. It was in the end pretty well defended by our central defenders. It's quite annoying to get this message, the out of position message every game, like I didn't notice or something, that I put them just in a completely different position for what they're used to, but well, it's not that annoying, I guess. It's been a really dull game. We've not even been on top or something. We have got 4 shots on target, but it's not been good, and Demmer is injured. That's really bad. We don't have an out and out right back in the team apart from Demmer. Because it says Usta can play there, but can he actually? Like full back on automatic? It's not. He's really bad going forward, but I guess he'll have to do then. I'm not very happy with it, but we'll play Wolf then in the ball winning midfield and give him some game time. Not ideal. I might even switch to standard for this match, just to keep possession a bit longer, just to get a nice grip on the game. Performance was disappointing. He's stressed. It's 0-0 at half time against a relatively bad side, and you're stressed because the trainer says he's not happy. Alright. This looks promising though for Niendorfer, and it's just wide of the mark. Would have been an awful start to the first half, but luckily for us, here's the highlight with Ebert, and it's Binder at the end of it. Finally, we've broken Niendorfer down, maybe with a free kick, but I don't care at this point. All those empty stands here. It's awful. Alright. This is really bad. But on the plus side, if we make it to the like 2nd or 3rd tier of German football, we have a nice stadium. So that's something. I'm gonna take off Ramik. I'm not sure why he's struggling for condition so much. His match sharpness is fine, but I'm gonna bring in Asamoah. Asamoah has always done a pretty good job when he's come on as a substitute. It just seems like Roland Beckham and Reutlinger just keep on winning every single game. But as long as we do, it's not really anything to be worried about. Even though it's Niendorfer with the ball in, and the breakthrough, it's on Petrovic, and oh, that was quite a bad miss. Nobody tell him. That was awful. Alright, I was gonna pass to going defensive, but there is a highlight. Binder. Into a Kufa, into Wolf. Ebert, maybe with the through ball? Or is he just gonna shoot from there? He gets dispossessed, but it's into Binder. Usta, maybe with the cross. Now back into Ebert. Ukrov, finish it! Yes! Yes! Ukrov with his 11th goal of the season. I'm glad that he performs in the last 2 games, because in the games that I haven't live commed, he has been so brilliant. Really good player. I am still gonna go defensive and just make a quick stop. Oldweg has taken a knock, it seems like, so Ball's gonna come on. It's probably gonna bring Ball on anyway. Right, it's not been a very convincing performance by us, but we've had the 3 half chances, as you can see here, and we've taken 2 of them at least. So that's nice to see. Maybe Ukrov with a 3rd. Not a 3rd. Rock. That's actually a great name for a goalkeeper. Then we scored 2 goals past the Rock. That's quite nice. Alright. It seems like the game will be finished. Yeah, it's done. Really good result. A bit less convincing on the entire performance thing, but as long as we win, I don't really mind. Let's see what the other teams did. Roland Beckham won. And the other Reutlinger also won. Both away from home again. Well. And Kirchenschuring, I don't think are that bad of a side. No, they are in 7th. So that's quite disappointing. Alright. As long as we keep winning, there's no reason why we can't finish in the top 2. It is quite concerning because I checked out 3rd place in the end does mean playoffs, but the playoffs are really weird. If you just check here, like here they are, the Landesliga Promotion Playoff Finals. There are 6 finals, so I guess like we are in Group 1, so I guess there are multiple groups, and you play a different 3rd place team from a group, or just someone that plays in a relegation playoff spot in a division above us, but we'll see. It's nice that it's only 1 match though. If we get put against stronger opposition, that maybe gives us a chance. But alright, that'll be this for this episode. I really appreciate it if you like and or subscribe. It really massively helps out in the early stage. And remember, this is only my 3rd video I've ever made, so that really helps out. And I'll see you next time.